Okay, so check this out. I'm fucking around with this 1 gigabyte pack of military vehicles, and honestly, I'm really not fucking impressed. So, for one, this is Farming Simulator 22. I love military vehicles and shit like that, but what you gotta understand is, like, this truck right here, for example, I don't need it to come with a permanently fixed, unremovable anti air conversion of a 113. I don't need that fucking thing. Unless you're gonna like rip that shit off and put some plows and shit behind it, and even then, we've got so many better pieces of equipment that will do literally what the fuck I want it to do. This truck, which they didn't fucking do this here very well. Like, you got this side, you got this part, cool, and then they didn't pay attention to where the textures go. So that's fucked up. So you got the new United Nations with rusted ass shit. But this truck here, because it cannot remove this fucking load from it, it's absolutely worthless. I'm not even going to drive it because it's already fucking hurting my head making me look at it. So we've got this shit, which again, like, who the fuck is bombing my farm? This is a really cool thing to have in any other game, other than the fact that it says it's from Cuba and I don't need Cuban military equipment. Like, look where the fuck I am. We're in a place that knows how to sustain a population and a fucking way of life. We don't need to take after the Cubans. And yes, I'm like a 24th of a percent Cuban, washed the fuck out from like a million years ago. So shut the fuck up before you tell me what I can and can't say, and you end up hurting yourself. Now, this thing here, this setup here, if you were to compare this commas to the fucking LMTV or the MTV series, you would know that in real life, it's a chassis that comes in different configurations. There are different things other than this fucking little workstation and shit. This here is like a little command outpost box. So you would set that fucking thing up there. That would be your antenna shit. And then you would work in and hang out in here with your fucking comms shit while people tell you how fucked up everything is. And then no one will give you a bad report because Cuba, so everybody's afraid you're going to fucking execute them for not telling them anything, only for you to end up executing them because they didn't tell you anything. Because it's the Cuban military and not a real military. So fucking this whole thing here, like, other than that stupid box on there, because I don't need to, you know what, just for the fuck of it, here, let's, okay, alright, it says I can turn off type district thing. Oh, look at that. I can set up my comms, radar, whatever the fuck shit, right? I can go set this shit up. Alright, I'm gonna drive the fuck over here. No, you're gonna sit through this with me, because I'm gonna suffer brain bleed driving this fucking thing. So I'm gonna take some of your goddamn brain cells for my amusement, and you're gonna suffer while I suffer doing this. Okay, so here we go. Alright, I'm gonna park right here out of the fucking roadway. Okay. Alright. That's it. That's what you do with it. It's not telling me that anything's flying overhead, so I mean, that's the fuck all. Fuck that thing. So let's look at the rest of it. So you've got, okay, so this right here, this is a cargo truck version, except I don't need a Cuban soldier up here in this motherfucker with like someone else's camo pattern sitting up there with my steering wheel back here and it just looks like shit's about to go wrong. See, that's the thing. Like, I have a bunch of Flecktarn Cubans, and I have a bunch of multicam fucking Air Force helmet German rifle Cubans, and I don't fucking need these assholes back here unless they're gonna get out and go run my fucking tractors and plows and handle the business and shit like that. And then they don't need to be dressed like this to do that unless we're taking fire from somebody. And who the fuck is shooting at me in Farm Simulator? I can't even run over a goddamn pedestrian up in this motherfucker, much less like get into a war. All right, we don't have that shit unless there's a mod for that shit that I don't feel like downloading because fuck that shit. Like, yeah, you know, this would be cool, just knowing that I have the ability to put that there, you know. And you have every right if you enjoy doing shit like that, totally cool. But with all these fucking assholes sitting here in the way, I can't load this thing up with boxes or pallets. I might need one or two jackasses back here to maybe load this fucking truck up, because this is a troop transport, and to take this and make it go from troop transport to cargo in this situation right here, because they don't even have the benches up and shit, all you have to do to make this a cargo truck is order these assholes the fuck out of my truck. That's literally it. That's all the fuck you have to do to make this truck useful, is tell these little fuckers, get out. Alright, what do you want us to do? I don't care. Get the fuck out of my sight. That's literally it. That's all the fuck. I'm gonna move on to another vehicle before I fucking aneurysm this motherfucker. Oh, transportation, because... Alright. Question. Aside from a big-ass radar dish that almost just lagged me the fuck out, what the fuck am I transporting? Other than the radar dish. Give me this chassis with a flatbed. This is like that thing you just watched me drive. This is fucking useless to me. I don't need this. Like, again, if you like having these things, if you want to go stage these in different spots and shit like that, that is cool. So before I started the recording, I drove this disappointing piece of shit. This here, I thought I would enjoy. And god damn was I fucking disappointed. That's part of the reason why I sound as fucking horrifyingly angry as I do right now. So hold on, just to give you some context, let me grab literally anything. All right, I'm gonna fucking pull this forward. All right, so you notice how in this one, see that? You can see me. I'm animated in this motherfucker. You can see my legs letting off of things. You can see me shifting gears. You can see me, notice me kick the clutch. Notice me, like, put the clutch down to shift. I'm gonna push myself into it. Oh, because the map is weird. I couldn't go that way. Okay, let me go in a direction that doesn't involve me hitting invisible walls. Like, this thing is thought the fuck out. This is happiness. Even if all I'm using it for is to drive around between plots of land to go work on things. Like, and see, hell yeah, right? Isn't that some shit? Let's go back to this little motherfucker over here. This Land Cruiser. This fucking beautiful motherfucker. A Fender. Oh my fucking god. A Land Rover Offender. I think they meant to offend people who like Land Rover Defenders. Notice how fucking the steering wheel doesn't rotate. You have a manual transmission fucking interior, but if you see in the corner, you have an automatic transmission programmed into this thing. I don't know if that was a development oversight. I don't know if that's just placeholder until they can figure out how to fuck with this thing the way they want to. But, like, you can't see me in this motherfucker. The camera is centered back here. Normally it's centered on the middle of the vehicle. This thing is useless. And again, like, I like the 50 cal. I like guns and shit. I'm a gun lover, you know? And it probably makes you feel... Oh, and also, you'll notice there's a polygon back here. Fuck this car. See, there's shit in the back. Something is off-balancing this motherfucker so goddamn badly that it sinks down in the back as if you put a fat motherfucker in the ass of this motherfucker. And that's not good. I mean, granted, yes, I see that you have these ammo boxes behind the gunner. But you know what else you have? You have a fucking engine in this bitch. You have people up here. You have a radio. You have the other end of the gun ring and all that shit. You have a fuel can over here. You have the entire metal body of this motherfucker. It does not make sense to me why everything in this pack is so fucked up. It was a good effort. It was a nice idea. But god damn it.